did all this benefit the what? The Igbo or Southeast?
Yeah, but you heard Ohaneze saying that he's the only man that is fit for the job.
Please don't mention. No. Is this Iguzo? I don't know where he from his own Ohaneze. Is this Iguzo, for God's sake? Don't say Ohaneze. As long as Mbata is not in the picture, forget it. I'm telling you. Thank God you mentioned faction. How do you leave the main group, the main leadership of the group, and you are talking to a faction who want to collect money from his paymasters?
Barrister, with such move and with such person, and then nobody actually is saying anything against him. No Ohaneze group is coming up to say, we don't know this person. And, he's still parading around or moving around with the Ohaneze Igbo as, a title attached to his statement and all that. What then do you think this will actually do to the Southeasterners or the Igbo man who actually is clamoring and hoping that the number one position might get to that region? Thank
God you said that they have ignored him. When somebody wants to make a nuisance of himself, you want to join issues with him.
He's using Ohaneze Igbo. He's using Ohaneze Igbo, the apex sociocultural group of the Igbos.
When the chiefs are down, we know who is Ohaneze. He is making money from his paymasters. Like all these things, organizing and talking. But the people he's talking to, don't you think that they are making a fool of him because let him call a meeting of Ohaneze Igbo. Let him call a meeting of Igbo people. Let me see how many people will come.
Is that a go-ahead for other members who are also vying for the ADC's ticket come 2026 as against 2027?
In fact, I expected him to add the most important caveat. If the primaries are free and fair, that is what I expected him to add to that thing he said. If the primaries are free and fair, I will support any candidate. And when he says something like that, they will now watch out. Because if the primaries are tainted with money, induced with money, then what is free and fair there? What is free and fair there? He's saying this because he's sure he will get the ticket. He is very, very sure. That's why he said it.
But Barrister, he said something that, he's not interested. He's not desperate, in going or becoming the president of Nigeria. His major aim is securing a better Nigeria, than being the president. So don't you think that he is going to actually leave the talk by making sure he supports whoever person the people truly are supporting?
That statement is a political statement. Or can I even say that he's speaking from both sides of his mouth? A newspaper this morning replied him. You know this Guardian or Vanguard cartoon? Okay. He said Atiku said that he's not desperate to be Nigerian president. The Guardian cartoon now said, then why are you jumping from one party to the other? Is that not the answer to the question? If you are not desperate, you will have stayed one place now. Or even go and sit down when you fail in one. But you are moving from one party to the other. I mean, why are you not telling us that you are not desperate? This thing doesn't add up. It doesn't. When you see a desperate man, you will see his actions and reactions. You will see his statement. So Atiku cannot tell us that. Are
you saying he's not going to secure the better fate of Nigeria? Is that what you're saying, Barrister Dallas?
Everybody has always been telling us he will be the best president. With what Tinubu have done to us, it will be very difficult for me to even listen to these people. Except one man who have not tried it, and that is Obi. It is Obi that can tell us today because we know his antecedents. We know his background. We know his character. Okay. It's an Obi that will tell us that he's not here we cannot listen to him. Good. Not all these other people.
Barrister, let's finish. We'll talk a bit about Obi, but let me dwell with Atiku now with you. You are very sure, you are cocksure 100% that Atiku is of the belief that he is going to secure the ticket if they go for primaries. And you said that, look, he should have put a caveat that
if it's free and fair,
it should be free and fair, transparent. Now let's go back. Atiku has always been securing tickets,
with money.
Now in 2015, right? In 2015, when he left to another party, I can't recall the party he went to now. A lot of governors from the northeast where he comes from left with him. Members of the National Assembly, senators, and all of that followed him, and he lost the elections. I can't recall whether he got a ticket or not, but he wasn't on the ballot. Now, this is 2023. And you are very sure. So this is 2025, and you are sure that Atiku is saying this because he's going to get the ticket. He resigned from his party PDP a few weeks ago, up to just about a month or so. His governor didn't join him. His senator didn't join him. Members of the House of Rep didn't join him. Members of the House of Assembly didn't join him. Do you still credit Atiku with that level of political value, with electoral value, to the extent that if he goes to the primary and with what is happening in the ADC, now he's going to win the elections, even with his deep pockets? does Atiku have that kind of deep pocket, and that he's unable to fund the PDP, take it from Nyesom Wike, but he ran away from the PDP? What gives you the impression that he still has that deep pocket? The other time he cried out, the government has destroyed my businesses and all of that. What more can they do for me? I want you to put all of these things together and tell us whether in reality you think that Atiku will for primaries without a consensus.
The difference between other parties that he went to is because this particular ADC, Atiku midwifed it. He sponsored it. He gathered these other people into ADC. That is a fact. So, are you telling me that all these other people, the big wigs that came from PDP and other parties, they are going to disregard him in the primaries? The answer is capital no.
Barrister, he was vice president. He was a founding member of the People's Democratic Party. He served as vice president between 1999 and 2007. Despite all of that, he went to the primaries and he lost to Goodluck Jonathan.
He never midwife. I mean, Jonathan is an incumbent now. He never midwife PDP now.
No, when you say that he midwifed ADC,
yes,
what do you mean by that?
Yes, I'm telling you, it's a fact. He was not there. He was never the original founder of PDP.
Okay.
He wasn't. It was the group of 34 led by Ekwueme. So Jonathan was an incumbent.
Okay.
So how could he have defeated him? It's not possible.
What is the difference when you
the difference now is that
ADC
now, Atiku left PDP to form ADC. That is
sorry, Barrister, he didn't form ADC.
To bring the coalition together.
It is not a coalition yet.
Hold on. These other people that joined ADC, they came at the behest of Atiku. It was Atiku that called them.
Are you saying the likes of Peter Obi also went to ADC or aligned with ADC just because Atiku mentioned him or called him to join the coalition?
Yes, he said he has been there. He was there from the beginning. They have been talking for 18 months. So Atiku brought them. I remember when Obi went there for breakfast meeting and all that in his house. So they were talking. It was Atiku. All along, Atiku midwife this coming together of ADC people. It was Atiku. And so I feel that he will have a leverage on all these people like David Mark and all that. So you can't take it away from him. It's not possible. So that's the difference.
All right.
That's the difference. But to look, whether he will get it or not, Atiku should realize that the popular view of Nigerians is Peter Obi. That he should give way for Peter Obi. If you now want to just suppose one man is talking about, or Haneze man is talking about, you will not see that permutation he's talking about 2035.
We'll get to that.
It's not possible.
Barrister, thank you very much. Let's go to one of our outstations now, where we the Ohaneze, that faction of Ohaneze in the Igbo, saying for 2027, it's a no. Like no Igbo person will contest against President Tinubu. How patriotic would you say that statement is, especially seeing that?
I thank God you called him a faction of Ohaneze. So he's not recognized. In fact, he's the yes man for Tinubu and APC. Meanwhile, he claimed to be an Ohaneze.
Do you think that's what it is, or you don't think he's speaking for another larger group of people?
No,
because he does represent.
It's not possible.
There are other people within his faction.
As long as it's a faction, forget it. As long as the faction, forget it. And that is what these people do. Remember when Afenifere was, together. Padebanjo, who happened to be their leader, did not agree with Tinubu. And what did Tinubu do? He entered into that group and divided them into two. Factional, who are gone on retirement.
Tinubu entered into the group. Was he ever a member of the group?
No, he entered. No.
What do you mean by he entered?
He was never. In fact, he never believed in Afenifere.
So what do you mean by he entered? Did he become a member?
Yes, he went into them. Now, I'm coming now. Listen to me. I said the Padebanjo, who was the leader of that group before he died, did not agree with Tinubu because he told him, no, leave this thing for the Igbos. It's the turn of the Igbos. But Tinubu, because he didn't want to listen, what did he do? He now entered into that group and divided them. He went to factional, who are gone on retirement. Are you getting me now? You left the leader and you went to somebody who had left the group. You now went to resuscitate him, and brought him back, and there was what? A division among them. So he was now working with factional until Padebanjo died. So he does this thing, we know. It's their modus operandi.
So if you think
why is he not talking to Mbata, who is the Ohaneze chieftain? Why is he not talking? Why is he not speaking like this? Tell me. Are you telling me that Izuogu is acting on his own? Somebody is inducing him.
Barrister, now if you talk about Izuogu and the faction that he belongs to and all that, are you in other words saying that the muzzle power of political leaders that he mentioned who are sponsoring and supporting this particular move, Imobi and Nzuko, saying that they are the ones who have actually come up with this particular, let's say statement to show that by 2035, not even 2031, 2035 is when any member of the APC, recall that they also made mention of APC, and they talked about Dave Umahi, who happens to be the Minister of Work now, to be the only qualified Igbo man to be able to take the ticket from APC.
This Izuogu is very good at dropping names. Who is he to be talking of Imobi and all that? Who is he? It's not even it's a non-issue. It's a non-starter. Why is he not talking about the real Ohaneze chieftain that was people gathered to elect? You mean Mbata will be there when Izuogu will be talking about all this? It's not possible. I am telling you, in days to come, they will disown him.
But we've not seen any. Okay, you're saying in days to come.
Yes, in days to come, they will disown him. I'm not sure they have had him. I'm not sure. If they hear him, they will distance themselves from him. It's not possible. Then look at what he say, to tell you how this man have been, messing up himself and not the Igbos. You said we don't have a chance until 2035. Now listen, if Tinubu should go for 2027, end up in 2031, who will not do from 31 to 35 before the Igbos come? Who? If the South will finish, that's under Tinubu, and it goes to the North. So the North will not do 4 years and hand over to the Igbos again. Is that what is it possible? You can see. You can see that he missed it big time.
No, Barrister, the meeting was held somewhere in Abakaliki. Abakaliki is in a Ebonyi state.
It was the Dave Umahi that organized it.
Allow me to land on my question.
I don't want you to land the wrong place. That's what I'm just guiding you.
Okay, what gives you the impression that it is Dave Umahi?
Because the Mbata was not there. The Ohaneze chieftain was not there. The people that supposed to, they were not there. That's why they were singing the praises of Dave Umahi. Before now, Dave Umahi have already said it. That Igbo should contest. And if the time comes, he's the only one. So when such a thing is organized in the state, what
so it wasn't a coincidence?
It wasn't. It was
so you think that the same meeting couldn't have held somewhere in Imo State or Abia State and they will still endorse a Dave Umahi
will not go because he knows his position in Igbo land today from what he has done so far. He can only go for a meeting organized in the state when it comes to Ohaneze. Are you telling me? Why was it organized in the state?
What has he done?
Sorry?
What has he done?
Dave Umahi.
Yes, please.
Who have been demarcating the Igbos. Who have been causing us a lot of problems because he's serving under Tinubu.
How do you mean, Barrister?
What do I mean? Look at how he has been praising Tinubu. Meanwhile, we have not seen one single thing Tinubu has done for the Igbos. Now the car is still in detention. Yet Dave Umahi keep praising him that we should be singing the praise of Tinubu from morning till night every day. How can a man be talking like that to his own people that he know that they are suffering? Look at insecurity in the southeast. Dave Umahi didn't see all these things, Abi. You saw what Amnesty International said about killings in the southeast, extrajudicial killing. Did Dave Umahi mention anything? The Fulani that have taken over, including his own state, Ebonyi, he didn't see anything wrong in all those things, Abi. He want to become president. Meanwhile, with all this, he said we should be clapping for Tinubu. For doing what? He did not tell us. For doing what? He did not tell us.
But Barrister, under Dave Umahi, we have the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway that is ongoing. There is another one. The Lagos-Calabar.
How does that benefit the Igbo?
Barrister, I'm coming.
Barrister,
please hold on.
Okay,
there is a Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway that crisscrosses 9 states of the Federation. Southeast is not in. There's another one, Badagry to Sokoto. As the crow flies, you know how long it is. No Southeast state is involved. Now, there's a proposed Lagos-Abuja highway. And all of these things are taking place under the watch of a Dave Umahi. Do you think that the Igbo nation will close their eyes and vote for somebody like that in 2035?
You have answered my question. You see, at times I like you. I like you. You answer your own question. So with all this, my question is, how did all this benefit the what? The Igbo or Southeast?
Yeah, but you heard Ohaneze saying that he's the only man that is fit for the job.
Please don't mention. No. Is this Izuogu? I don't know where he formed his own Ohaneze. Is this Izuogu, for God's sake? Don't say Ohaneze. As long as Mbata is not in the picture, forget it. I'm telling you. Thank God you mentioned faction. How do you leave the main group, the main leadership of the group, and you are talking to a faction who want to collect money from the paymasters?
Barrister, with such move and with such person, and then nobody actually is saying anything against him. No Ohaneze group is coming up to say we don't know this person, and he's still parading around or moving around with the Ohaneze Ndibo as a title attached to his statement and all that. What then do you think this will actually do to the Southeasterners or the Igbo man who actually is clamoring and hoping that the #1 position might get to that region?
Thank God you said that they have ignored him. When somebody wants to make a nuisance of himself, you want to join issues with him.
He's using Ohaneze in the Igbo.
Eh?
He's using Ohaneze in the Igbo, the apex sociocultural group of the Igbos.
When the chiefs are down, we know who is Ohaneze. He is making money from the paymasters. Like all these things, organizing and talking. But the people he's talking to, don't you think that they are making a fool of him because let him call a meeting of Ohaneze Igbo. Let him call a meeting of Igbo people. Let me see how many people will come. This was just organized in Ebony, sponsored by Dave Umahi. So how is anybody's interest there? Yeah, he's just frolicking on himself now. Maybe tomorrow now they will call him to Lagos. He will now make another press release and all that. So I mean, who is behind him? Mention anybody in Igbo land that is behind this Suguzo. I mean, people who matter. So these are the things they do. They divide us. Then they use the other people who are against our interests.
All right, let's.
Atiku himself cannot even call for a free and fair election, because if he does, he is not going to win the ticket in that ADC. So Atiku and this thing, he knows. The thing is, if he's truly going to be true and fair, let all of them go through primaries there and see who wins the election, it would have been better. But it is not Nigerians that are voting on that primaries. It is the party members that are voting. So who are those people? How many people are joining the ADC because of Peter Obi? That's where you need to also look at. How many people are joining ADC who are loyalists to Peter Obi that are joining ADC because of Peter Obi? That you would think, okay, they have the numbers equally. In that ADC, Peter Obi has his own member, ADC, Atiku has his own member, Arotimi has his own member. Do you understand? How many people are entering that ADC because of Peter Obi? How many people have left Labour Party since to join ADC because of Peter Obi? But a lot of persons are joining ADC because of Atiku. Atiku is part or is the founder of ADC, or is part of the founder of ADC. Do you understand? He's a major stakeholder now, I could say, in that ADC. So it has people leaving their party to join ADC just because of Atiku. Do you understand? Yes, it is possible, even if they join that, if they still do not see the competent in you, they can as well vote you out and decided to vote for the right person. Hey, that one is not in Nigeria. It's very hard to prove that. If we're talking about other countries now, they would have been better. We say, okay, yes, they have the technologies and everything is working. It's going to be free and fair election. It's not going to be so. So Atiku Amoni, since he said he's by all means is going to contest, that means he has 80 or 60-70% assurance that he's going to get the ticket under ADC. That's another problem. Anyways, we are still watching, and it's not going to be an easy play though for all the political parties. It's not going to be easy for them, but hey, you have to work hard, work very hard. And again, this Igbo, I see reason why sometimes every tribe have their own fashions and have their own fashion, and even the party's members, they have their own fashion. If the things is not going in their own way, they can be against you. If the thing is going their own way, they are for you. Now we have a lot of different fashion in different groups. Fashion in Labour Party, fashion in the PDP, fashion in the different many things. You have different fashion in Afenifere, all of them. But now he's in Igbo. Now, this one just started as a new leader, but I don't think you have been accepted by this group. And if you have not been accepted, I don't know how come. Like, the thing is not, how did you calculate? So who is going to do one third before 2035? That he is predicting issues. When after giving him money, he doesn't, for example, he doesn't think ahead. But he will quick to make statement without this. That's the problem that in Igbo they are having, and they just think they need to do more. Instead of for the first time, and you could see the way Nigerians are queuing behind Peter Obi, instead of these people to come together to also back this man. Now, if there is any other person who is closer to becoming the president of this country from the eastern part of the country, Peter Obi is the only one who is closer to the power. Forget about Dave Umahi. Who is going to vote Dave Umahi? So I said Tinubu just brought in, if it's still everything is still where at that time, Tinubu just, okay, it is your turn because you work on that minister, so let's make you the president. The matter election will surely go to the Supreme Court because Dave Umahi will not win the election at a go. So when he gets to the court, then Tinubu cannot perform his magic at that, and that's the only thing. So if there is anybody from the eastern part of the country who is closer to becoming the president of this country, Peter Obi is the only person. Peter Obi is just a stone throw away to becoming the president of this country, if only he has the backing of these people. Do you understand? Because I even think the way the Northerners are even queuing behind Peter Obi, wanting Peter Obi to becoming the president. If the East, all the leaders in the East are also doing the same thing, I don't know. This is opportunity for them. But hey, miss this opportunity before you think about president coming back to the East. It's going to take time. So I don't see anybody who is this popular, who is this trusted, reliable, who has this competent character that anybody can trust to go and verify. I don't think this. I have not seen the person from the East, right? So except maybe when the time comes, the person will show his interest and the person will decide to even do more than Peter Obi. Then a lot of Nigerians will see ourselves and say, okay, this is my tool. Where are you? Where have you been since? All those things. So yeah, it's unfortunate that Peter Obi comes during the time of Tinubu, when Tinubu has been planning to becoming the president since 20 years ago, maybe 15 years ago. He has been planning to becoming the president of this country. So it's unfortunately that Peter Obi come at this time. Other than that, Peter Obi would have become the president since before now. So here we are. Anyways, what do you think? And please, I'll be your guy. Now like, share, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'll be your guy. Run out for me.